Good morning, W.W. Robinson. Today is September 18th, 2018, and I have Bridget here with me this morning. How are you, Bridget?
Good.
You ready for a great Tuesday?
Yeah.
A terrific Tuesday?
Yes.
Yes, me too. All right, so it is day 2 in our rotation, and tell us what's for lunch today.
Popcorn chicken, baked beans, broccoli, mixed fruit, grapes, choice of milk.
All right, sounds like a pretty good lunch. Not Asian chicken chunks, but it's getting a little closer. All right, we have Angelie here to tell us about the weather. Come on over here. Hold this up. Yeah, what is the weather today?
Cloudy.
It is cloudy. Thank you so much. Good job. And we have Ariana here to lead us in the pledge. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. There you go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job. Thank you so much. All right, please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right. Birthdays. So celebrating, we have quite a few birthdays today. On the 18th, we have Noah Gilkenauer, Tori Goff, Harper Miller, Joshua Riley, Jacob Richardson, Dominique Riley Rodriguez, and Paula Rosada Lopez. So happy birthday to those folks. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. We do have one announcement that Bridget's going to tell us about, the menus. What's going on with the menus this week?
Thursday and Wednesday's menus flip-flop.
They flip-flop. So what will be for lunch tomorrow?
Spaghetti with meat sauce.
We flip-flop.
Pork barbecue on bun, oven fries, vegetable juice, mango, banana, choice of milk.
All right, so tomorrow will be the pork barbecue day, and then on Thursday we'll have spaghetti. So for those of you that mark your calendars for when you want to pack your lunch, if you were thinking that you wanted to buy on pork barbecue or spaghetti day, those 2 days have flip-flopped. So tomorrow's lunch is pork barbecue, Thursday is spaghetti. All right. So this morning, I'm going to start reading another book. I'm super excited. I got this book recommended to me. It is The Wild Robot. So we're going to begin that this morning and just read a little bit, and then we will finish off with it today. So The Wild Robot. Chapter 1, The Ocean. Our story begins on the ocean. With wind and rain and thunder and lightning and waves, a hurricane roared and raged through the night. In the middle of the chaos, a cargo ship was sinking. Down, down, down to the ocean floor. The ship left hundreds of crates floating on the surface. But as the hurricane thrashed and swirled and knocked them around, the crates also began sinking into the depths. One after another, they were swallowed up by the waves until only 5 crates remained. By morning, the hurricane was gone. There were no clouds, no ships, no land in sight. There was only calm waters and clear skies and those 5 crates lazily bobbing along on ocean current. Days passed, and then a smudge of green appeared on the horizon. As the crates drifted closer, the soft green shape slowly shaped into hard edges of wild, rocky island. The first crate rode to shore on a tumbling, rumbling wave and then crashed against the rocks with such force that the whole thing burst open. Now, reader, what I haven't mentioned is that tightly packed inside each crate was a brand new robot. The cargo ship has been transporting hundreds of them before it was swept up in the storm. Now only 5 robots were left. Actually, only 4 were left because when the first crate crashed against the rocks, the robot inside shattered to pieces. The same thing happened to the next crate. It crashed against the rocks and robot parts flew everywhere. Then it happened to the next crate and the next. Robot limbs and torsos were flung onto ledges. A robot head splashed into a tide pool. A robot foot skittered into the waves. And then came the last crate. It followed the same path as the others, but instead of crashing against the rocks, it sloshed against the remains of the first 4 crates. Soon, more waves were heaving it up out of the water. It soared through the air, spinning and glistening until it slammed down onto a tall shelf of rock. The crate was cracked and crumbled, but the robot inside was safe. Chapter 2, The Otters. The island's northern shore had become something of a robot gravesite. Scattered across the rocks were the broken bodies of 4 dead robots. They sparkled in the early morning light, and their sparkles caught the attention of some very curious creatures. A gang of sea otters was romping through the shallows when one of them noticed the sparkling objects. The otters all froze. They raised their noses to the wind, but they smelled only the sea. So they cautiously crept over to the rocks to take a closer look. The gang slowly approached a robot torso. The big guest-wrote otter stuck out his paw, swatted the heavy thing, and then quickly jumped back. But nothing happened. So they wiggled over to a robot hand. Another brave otter stuck out his paw and flipped the hand over and made a lovely clinking sound on the rocks. And the otters squeaked with delight. They spread out and played with the robot arms and legs and feet. More hands were flipped. One of the otters discovered a robot head in a tide pool, and they all dove in to take turns rolling it along the bottom. And then they spotted something else. Overlooking the gravesite was the one surviving crate. Its sides were scraped and dented, and a wide gash ran across its top. The otter scampered up the rocks and climbed onto the big box. 10 furry faces poked through the gash. Can you see it? 10 furry faces peeking into the box. Eager to see what was inside. What they saw was another brand new robot, but this robot was different. From the others, it was still in one piece, and it was surrounded by spongy packing foam. The otters reached through the gash and tore at the foam. It was so soft and squishy. They squeaked as they snatched at the fluffy stuff. Shreds of it floated away on the sea breeze. And in all the excitement, one of their paws accidentally slapped an important little button on the back of the robot's head. Click. It took a while for the otters to realize that something was happening inside the crate. But a moment later, they heard it, a low whirring sound. Everyone stopped and stared, and then the robot eyes opened. And we'll stop there. All right, do you have any shout-outs this morning?
Miss Olive's class, Miss Whitman's class, and Miss Green's class.
All right, so you can choose to be the type of leader that you would follow and make it a great day. So long.